This video is on rational exponents. So we're just going to simplify each expression. When you are multiplying bases that are the same, it means all you have to do is add the exponents. So we have x to the power of 2/5 plus 2/3. So I need to create common denominators. I'm going to multiply top and bottom by 3, and on this one, top and bottom by 5. So we get x to the power of 6/15 plus 10/15, which reduces to x to the power of 16/15. Okay. On this one, I'm going to simplify each individually before I multiply. So 36 to the power of 1/2 is the same thing as the square root of 36 times negative 27 to the power of negative 1/3. Well, we don't want the exponent to be negative, so to make it positive, we're going to move the entire thing into the denominator. And negative 27 to the power of 1/3 is the same thing as the cube root of 27. So the square root of 36 is 6 times, and that is negative 27, 1 over the cube root of negative 27 is the same thing as negative 3. Because negative 3 times itself 3 times is negative 27. So I can multiply straight across. I'm going to put a 1 below the 6. So we have 6 times 1 is 6. 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. And 6 divided by negative 3 is negative 2. All right, next one. 8 over 64 raised to the power of 2/3. So that means 8 over 64 is squared, and we have to take the cube root of it. So first you're going to take the cube root of 8/64, and then you're going to square the entire thing. So the cube root of 8 is 2, and the cube root of 64 is 4. Still have to square it, but I'm going to simplify it first. 2/4 is the same thing as 1/2 squared. 1 squared is 1. 2 squared is 4. So we have 1/4. All right. When you have a power raised to a power, all you do is multiply the powers together. So keep the base of x, and you're going to multiply 1/2 times 2/3. So it gives you x to the power of 1 times 2 is 2, over 2 times 3 is 6, which the exponent of 2/6 can be reduced to 1/3. So x to the power of 1/3. All right, next one. When your bases are the same and you're dividing, all you do is subtract the exponents. So we have x to the power of 4/7 minus 1/7 gives us x to the power of 3/7. All I did was subtract the exponents. All right, this one's a little different. The number inside's the same, but we have a square root and we have a 4th root. So I'm going to change it so that I'm just looking at fractions in the exponents. So square root of 10 is the same thing as 10 to the power of 1/2. Because 10 is to the power of 1, and it's a square root, times 10 to the power of 3/4, because 10 is cubed, and it's the 4th root. So now because the bases are the same and I'm multiplying the bases, you add the exponents. So this gives me 10 to the power of 1/2 plus 3/4. Okay, I'm going to make common denominators, multiply top and bottom times 2. And we get 10 to the power of 2/4 plus 3/4 gives us 10 to the power of 5/4. All right, now I'm going to rewrite it as a root or as a radical. So we have the 4th root of 10 raised to the power of 5. Okay, that means we have 10 multiplied by itself 5 times. Well, I can take a group of 4 and pull them out. So this is the same thing as 10 multiplied by itself 5 times. Meaning if it's a 4th root, a group of 4 can come out as a 10, and 1 10's left underneath, so it's 10 times the 4th root of 10. All right, let's do one more that's slightly different. I'm going to zoom in so you can see. All right, on this one, we have 3x to the power of 1/2 divided by x to the power of 1/2 plus 1. Okay, I'm going to multiply top and bottom by the conjugate of the bottom. So that means x to the power of 1/2 minus 1. Remember, opposite sign in between. X to the power of 1/2 minus 1. I'm going to distribute on top and do the same thing on bottom. So we have 3x to the power of 1/2 times x to the power of 1/2 gives us 3x. When you're multiplying the bases in the same, add the exponents. 1/2 plus 1/2 is 1, minus 3x to the power of 1/2 times 1 is 3x to the power of 1/2, over x to the power of 1/2 times x to the power of 1/2. Multiplying and the bases are the same, so add the exponents. 1/2 times 1/2 is 1. X to the power of 1/2 times negative 1 is negative x to the power of 1/2. 1 times x to the power of 1/2 plus x to the power of 1/2. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. So combine your like terms, which are in the middle. They're exactly the same, but one's positive, one's negative, so they cancel each other out. So I'm just going to rewrite this as 3x minus 3x to the power of 1/2 over x minus 1. All right, so I have some problems for you to go ahead and try. There's 7 of them. They're very similar to the ones that I just did with you. So go ahead and try them out, and then we'll go through the answers together. All right, so the first one, you're just adding the exponent. So y to the 1/4 plus the 3/4 gives you 1/4 plus 3/4 is 1, which is just y. All right, this is the same thing as the square root of 9 times the cube root of 27. Square root of 9 is 3 times the cube root of 27 is 3, and 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, here we have the 4th root of 16 over 625, all raised to the power of 3. Okay, so the 4th root of 16 is 2. The 4th root of 625 is 5, and this is cubed. 2 cubed is 8, over 5 cubed is 125. Okay, this one we're going to multiply exponents. Y to the power of 3/4 times 2/5 gives us y to the 6/20, which 6/20 reduces to 3/10. So y to the power of 3/10. All right, number 5, dividing bases that are the same, so just subtract your exponents. Y to the power of 4/5 minus 1/5 gives us y to the power of 3/5. Next one. All right, we have 18 to the 1/2, power of 1/2, times 18 to the power of 2/3. So subtract exponents, 18 to the power of 1/2, or sorry, add exponents, plus 2/3. We're going to create common denominators. Multiply top and bottom by 3, multiply top and bottom by 2. So we get 18 to the power of 3/6 plus 4/6 gives us 18 to the power of 7/6. Or this is the 6th root of 18 to the power of 7. So we have 18 multiplied by itself 7 times. So we have a group of 6 groups of 18 multiplied together. So pull that out as 118. And we're left with 1 underneath. Okay, this is our answer. And last one. This one, hopefully you were able to get it, but let's go through it. All right, we have y to the power of 1/3. This is multiplication, so we have times 2y to the power of, we're going to add the exponents, 1/2 plus negative 2/3. Create common denominators. I'm going to multiply top and bottom times 3, top and bottom times 2. So this gives us y to the power of 1/3 over 2y to the power of 3/6 plus 4/6, which is y to the power of 1/3 over 2y. That is a negative. I forgot to bring my negative over. So y to the power of negative 1/6. All right, this 2 has a positive exponent, but the y has a negative exponent. To make that exponent positive, I'm going to move it to the top. So this means we have y to the 1/3 times y to the positive 1/6 over 2. Well, add the exponents. Y to the 1/3 plus 1/6 over 2. To make common denominators, I'm going to multiply top and bottom times 2. We get y to the 2/6 plus 1/6 over 2, which gives us y to the 3/6 over 2, which can be further reduced to y to the 1/2 divided by 2, or over 2. Hopefully you were able to get that answer.